Today's box card is the Snow Globe box card.
Merry Christmas!
So this box card, I only had one pattern, and it's the one in the back, and it's like a green or like a turquoise. I don't know what it is, but it's like a green with glitter snow pattern, and then all those snowflakes. This one right here, this one right here, this one right here, and then the one in the back is glitter, and then these snowflakes on the sides are also glitter snowflakes. And then there's I don't know if you can see this, there's this white paper that makes it look like, it's got snow settled on the bottom of the snow globe. And then I used vellum. You can probably see it better. I used vellum for the back. In the past, I didn't have anything like that. So what I did was I laminated a 8.5 by 11 sheet, and then used the Cricut to cut out the circle. But now I have vellum, and so I'm using that. And you could actually put a votive candle behind. There's probably even room enough inside here to just put the candle on, sit it on top of an electric votive candle. And you don't want to burn your house down with this card. And the electric votive candle will make this probably look really pretty. So I actually like this card. I didn't know what to put on the front, so I just put Winter Wonderland, and I used a blue pen. This is probably, I don't know if I probably said it already, this is one of my favorite box cards. One of my favorite for Christmas. So I'm going to get started making it. Okay, so here's all of my paper for the Snow Globe box card, and my double stick tape for the envelope, my button, and my Zots. So I'm going to actually put all of these aside real quick. I'm going to put the box together so that this part is connected to right here. Move those. And these are for my Winter Wonderland thing. So I'm going to flip it around like this. Actually, I'll put it on like this. So this side will be the back, and the other side will be the front. Glue. And all of these snowflakes are white. Some of the snowflakes are not going to be white because like the one that goes, are not going to be glitter. These are going to be in the front. This doesn't have any extra for the extra pieces that I was supposed to cut for these. So this is just going to be white. Okay, I got to make sure that these are on before I even try to pick it up, because like with the last few cards, I would move the card off to the side, and then by the time I went to put the layers in, the glue the paper had shifted, and suddenly the box wasn't on right anymore. This is a little crooked. Okay, so this gets folded down. This gets folded down. And that will get folded down, but I'm going to do that. I want to put this vellum on first, and then this is going to go on top of that. So when you see the card, you're not going to see where the vellum is attached because it's going to be sandwiched between these two pieces. Okay, so I'm just going to lightly put some glue around, but not towards the edge of the circle, because I don't want that leaking out onto the vellum so that you'll see it. And it doesn't matter if it's on straight or not. Okay, now I can put this piece on. And the reason I wanted to put these together is because this is where the flap is that connected this to this, and this is going to have to go over that flap. So I didn't want to have the flap on top of this. So it looks like it's going to be covering the circle. There's not going to be any outline. And this pattern, this green with the snowflakes on it, this pattern has been the same pattern that I've used on this card for I've been making these cards for 3 years, I think, and this is the same exact pattern. I might have used the same pattern but a different color, but maybe a blue one, but I don't remember. It seems like it's always been this green color with the snowflakes. Okay, it seems like it's all the way at the edge, but let me look at the other side. There's a little bit of white sticking out the top, but that doesn't really matter. It's fine. Okay, and the snowflake that's going to go on here is this one. Let me just double check. This is the one that I've already assembled, so yeah, that's the snowflake. So I'm just going to put it on. It doesn't have to be on any particular way. It can be on like that or like that. Anyway, I'm going to have to use tweezers because I can't pick it up. But I'll use the tweezers to put it on anyway. And I don't want to put too much glue because I don't want the glue leaking all over the vellum. So I'm just going to put the dots on there. And I'm just going to make it a little bit askew. That seems fine. And then this piece is just going to sit here like that. And make sure. Yeah, it's going to be on like that. So I'm just going to put the glue along here. I don't want to get too much glue everywhere, so I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on. That seems like it will work. Okay, now I'm going to put my snowflake on the flaps. I'm going to use the tweezers. And this card is one of my very favorite cards because of the I like snow globes. And I play a game on my PlayStation called Elder Scrolls Online, and they give you, I mean, they don't give you, you have to buy the houses. But one of my houses in the game is an actual snow globe. And you click on the snow globe with the controller, and your character shrinks down to like the size of like a particle, I guess. You're microscopic in size, and then all of a sudden you're inside the snow globe. I don't know, I've always kind of liked snow globes. I used to have snow globes when I was a kid. I think I actually don't really remember that many snow globes. Maybe one, I don't remember. But I do kind of love living in one in the game. That would be kind of neat if you had that in real life. You could just click or touch it, and all of a sudden you shrink down to size, and then you're in the snow globe. Oh, one thing I have to put on here. That I forgot is this thing. This is supposed to sit on here, and it's, thank goodness it's not going to interfere with the snowflake. I forgot that I had to put that on there before I put the snowflake on. Oh, and I forgot to have my button displayed here. So it doesn't matter how it is, it's just supposed to represent snow that has landed and is at an angle, I guess. And then on the back, the only place, or the only thing for the back is just this message area. And I think I'm going to put that on last just in case I end up getting glue on it. So this is the outside, and this folds twice. And this has the thing for the brads, but I don't have brads that will work. My brads are way too small, so I'm just going to use my beads that I've been using. But I'm going to do that last. And it's not going to be a disaster like the poinsettias, because it's the only two beads that will go on this thing. And my Cricut wrote the words Winter Wonderland with this, and the Winter Wonderland is actually in the Cricut design space. So if you just type Winter Wonderland, it'll be an image there. So, oh, and I don't know if I mentioned this, this graphic is from the Recollections pack that I have. So this can go on here now. And even though there's no brads, I'm still going to make it so that it sits on those holes, just to make sure that it's straight and centered. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put this together. Whoops. Making a mess. I really need to get like a weight that I can just set on top of the paper so that I can move on to the next thing, so I don't have to sit there and hold it with my hand. Okay, so the card is done. I'm going to keep it folded just in case. Okay, so here's the chipboard. I'll set those off to the side. This is going to go on last, and it's actually done. There's nothing that I can do with it. All I have to do is put these snowflakes on. There's 2 for here. There's 1 for here, but I have to put this green piece on. I don't know if you would call that green or like aqua, turquoise. This, I don't want to put too much, so I'm just going to do these parts and then put some on the middle. Oops, right in here around the circle. I don't want to go crazy with the glue because less is more. And I have to remember when I use my hand to press things down to dry my hand, because then I get glue all over it, and then I get glue all over everything else. And this piece is going to be, I'm going to do the same thing. Just put it around the circle and then just go up like this. And these are, this paper is so thick that there's no risk of things lifting. There, went in right perfectly. I couldn't say that because then I'll jinx myself. Okay, now this piece could have used some chipboard on the top, but it seems like it'll be fine sitting up. And this is the other, like, snow settling. So chipboard. And this is number 2, so this will go in the back. Yeah, I do remember a snow globe when I was a kid, and I would just sit there and shake it up and wait for the snow to fall, and we didn't really have many things to do. I mean, we would play with those water toys that like the ring toss. We didn't have video games. I mean, we did, but, you know, Pong. Okay. So it's just going to go across or up against the back and level. Okay, so that's on. Nothing came loose. So we're going to set this off to the side. And the last piece that has the snowflakes to put on, I'm going to put this on first. So I'll just go ahead and put the glue on the, I guess this is a church. And then on here, but just in little spots. I really like this silicone mat because the glue comes off easier than it does off my green mat on my desk. And now this piece, I'll use the tweezers. This piece would actually be better if there was like a piece of foam behind it to make it a little more three-dimensional, but I don't have that. That is something that I should consider getting, is the fun foam, I guess that's what it's called. And then just cut it in the shapes like I could cut it in the shape for that. And then that way I can just make things a little more dimensional. I'm just going to go ahead and just go on these things. Doesn't really matter. Oops. Okay. I don't want to jinx myself and say perfect, but I also want to say perfect. Yeah, spoke too soon. That's fine. So this one has, it's going to go in the front. Okay. Oh, I'm going to put this in front and just put a little bit of glue behind, underneath this, just to keep that on here. And that'll stay on there. Okay. Now this can go in the front. Oops. It's not pretty, but it is what it is. Okay. So now this piece goes on. And I would like to put the button on the front, but I don't really think that there's much room for it because of the Winter Wonderland. So I'm just going to put it on the back. I figure if I put the button on the back and then somebody takes the button off, then nobody's going to miss the button because it was never a part, on the front, it was never a part of the design of the card, which it was not supposed to be a part of the design of the card. I just wanted to add those. Okay. And I'm using blue, but when I put it on, it seems like it is like transforming to this color. I mean, it kind of blends in a little when I look at it over here, it's a little bluer, but I don't know, maybe it's just an optical illusion. They're solid. It's not like it's a transparent thing. So the message area on the back, I probably should have put that on before I put those beads on. Okay, and then my Zot is the last thing. I'll just put it right there. And I pulled out my bag of buttons and I started looking for something, and I found 2 snowflakes I was going to use, and I started putting these back in there, and this one fell out, and I thought, well, this is the one that the universe told me to use, so I used the snowman instead. Okay, so that's that, and this just stays out. It'll, you know, it's actually kind of sticks out a little. So now I have my envelope. In this one, I can tell that it's thick, so I'm going to need the glue on here and on here, but it's going to go up to right about here. And because it's a thick, because this is so big, I can use the thicker tape. And because it's rounded and I'm using thick, I'm going to go like this, then this, then this. Here first. It doesn't look like this is grabbing on. I used to use the tape dispenser for gluing the envelopes together, and this tape dispenser is supposed to be permanent, and the envelopes were not staying on or staying together. So I started using glue. Okay, that is the Snow Globe box card. That's it for the whole week. So I will see you on Monday with a whole new set of box cards for the whole week. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.